Welcome to Inside the Huddle, brought to you by Romo Athletics and powered by the Rolla Athletic Booster Club. I'm your host, Tom Brown, and today we have a brand new segment. What we're calling this is an inaugural session of this, and we're going to call it Building the Program. And we're going to take a deep dive into the youth sports programs that all feed into the high school program. So we're starting off today with Rolla Youth Football, RYF, brought to you by the Optimist Club. And with us today, the president, Shawn, the flight master, Bancroft. What's up, Shawn?
How you doing, Tom? Thanks for having me, sir.
Oh, man, so glad to have you on here. Something I've been wanting to do for a while and just kind of adding to everything we do at Inside the Huddle. And all the high school stuff is awesome, but it begins with these youth programs.
Absolutely, sure does.
So how long have you been coaching in the youth football league?
So this is my 17th year. I started back in 2008 and had a couple of coaches needing help with the Rolla Bears at the time. And signed up with them, and from that point just continued doing it and eventually took a head coaching job, and it's been just a phenomenal experience since. So,
and now they roped you into not just being a coach, but actually being the president of the organization, right. Man. And that was Jenny Myers that for a long time. I know Mike Matthews spent some time.
Yes.
Jimmy Myers were on there like a couple different times,
yes.
I think.
Yes, Jamie Myers started it back in 1988, and it was flag football at the time. And then in 1990, they started tackle football, and it's been that way since.
Wow. So I would start by asking, okay, so what sports have you coached? But it might be easier to say, what sports have you not coached?
Yeah. Well, that would be easier. But football, basketball, baseball, and softball.
Yeah.
The four major ones.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. You haven't been involved in wrestling at all or anything like that?
No, nothing with wrestling, volleyball, nothing there.
Yeah. And you coach basketball on both the boys' side and the girls' side.
And the girls' side, yes. Yep.
Yeah. Always appreciate that. And not just that, you also help with the Optimist basketball as well.
Yes, Melissa Hoffman and I run the girls Optimist basketball program, and we've been doing that 3 years and looking forward to doing it again. So been both on the SIR and Optimist side.
So I really appreciate it, Shawn, because we've talked about this. I mean, Shawn does so much for our community that people don't even begin to understand. Those involved in youth sports know it. I know it firsthand from your involvement, again, with my own kids, through the programs, through the sports. Outside of that, just keeping that connection, and the way you're always able to volunteer. So I just want to make sure you understand that is such a great experience. So right now with Rolla Youth Football, it rolled underneath Optimist. So right. So what all? How does that work? How does the whole Rolla Youth Football program work?
So again, we are part of the Optimist group, and we operate under their bylaws. And each year we offer an opportunity for kids in 3rd and 4th grade and 5th and 6th grade to play tackle football. Everything is done here locally. And registration for this year is tomorrow at the Rolla Middle School between 9 a.m. and 12 noon.
And they can show up anytime during that time?
They can show up anytime during that time. Had a few people ask if you did happen to miss the online registration. It's not too late. Show up tomorrow. We've got plenty of registration forms for people to fill out and sign up. So, and if you can't make it tomorrow, they can also just give me a call and we'll get them started next week.
Okay. Well, great. So we have it. So like you said, there wasn't online already, so they can show up Saturday, tomorrow
at the Rolla Middle School
cafeteria. That's also the gear checkout time.
So it is the gear checkout.
So we need that for the following week because we got basically assessments to figure out what teams you're going to be put on.
Yep.
And then looking at practices later on that week then with your team, right?
Right, absolutely. So something a little different this year. First of all, good point, gear checkout. Each player will leave tomorrow with their game pants, their shoulder pads, their helmet, and mouthpiece, and that's everything they'll need for the season. We do provide jerseys. We'll get those here in a couple weeks for the players. So there's no cost to parents other than the $120 sign-up fee, but all gear is included. The only thing they need to provide are shoes, and we can help out with that for anyone that needs assistance with it. And then something we're doing new this year is on starting Monday, the 25th through Thursday, the 28th, all kids from all 4 grades will be full gear all 4 nights, so we can do an assessment throughout the entire week and then have an opportunity to spread them out on teams so that we're, getting
Nice.
the talent spread out evenly to have good competitive competition.
Great. That's a great feature for it. I know before we'd have like a 1-day tryout or assessment,
Right.
and immediately draft.
Everybody's running together and trying to figure it out. We'll have 4 full days, and then that Friday, the 29th, the coaches will get together and break everything down, and then we'll get together and on Tuesday and spread the teams out, and then everybody will come back together on Tuesday the 9th at the Rolla Junior High track and find out what their team is for the season, and we'll get started. And another thing we're doing new this year too, we'll have 4 individual teams for 5th and 6th, and 3 individual teams for 3rd and 4th. 1 day a week, the entire organization, all grades, will practice together as one.
Nice.
And we will have individual position drills. For the linemen, we'll have lineman drills all evening, and the running backs will have running backs, and the receivers and the quarterbacks, and then we'll get into defense. So the idea is to get all the kids working together, getting good, solid training on technique and fundamentals, and then the other 2 days of the week is when they'll split up in their team and then practice as a team running plays, which another thing that we're doing different this year too is Coach Heflin is going to have a seminar for all coaches tomorrow after here checkout, and it's going to run through some of his basic offense and defensive plays, and then each team will run those plays throughout the season to get these kids ready for the next level.
I love that. Bringing it all the way into the program, starting with not just how you practice, but then how you put it into the offense and the defense and bring up the schemes.
Yes.
Verbiage will be the same, language will be the same, so they are Bulldogs through and
through.
Yes. Love it, absolutely love it. That's gonna be great for our program, and I think it's one of those spots now where we're really looking. I think we got to, we're out of the conference. We had a nice year last year. Looking, I think, for another good year this year, probably exceeding last year's win total. And again, it's always cool when we have the youth football nights too, and then they'll show up and see them out there, and the kids are all running around with their jerseys on, and man, what a great time!
Yes, it is. It really is.
Love it. So, there also, you mentioned on the registration fee, so it's $120 per child. However, if you have multiple kids, then the rate goes down, right? It drops. So so for 2 kids, it's $200 total, and for 3 kids, it's $250 total.
Yes.
So that's a nice,
Yes, and something else too, we do offer scholarships. So if anybody tomorrow shows up and could use a little assistance with the fee, they just need to talk to me, pull me aside, and we'll work something out with them. So nobody's turned away.
Great, that's awesome. So Monday after, so we have registration, final registration on Saturday, final registration on Saturday with the gear checkout. They can't make it, then Monday.
They can come and see me Monday, and we'll have all the gear with us, and they can sign their child up then, fill out the form, get their gear, and jump right into it.
And that'll be from 5:30 to 7 at the junior high track.
5:30 to 7:30, Monday through Thursday at the Rolla Middle School track.
Okay, gotcha.
Junior high
track. Just the track we got set over there. All right. Well, that's perfect. Let's see. What else we need to talk about on that? Well, I know there's people you want to recognize.
Yes.
They're part of the program.
Yes. Definitely do.
Talk about some of those people from the.
So obviously, it takes the community to operate and fund this program, so that the kids have a great experience, a great opportunity. So of course, you want to thank the parents. Without the parents getting their kids to and from practices, to and from games, it's something that we preach to these kids on a nightly basis. Thank your parents. It's a privilege to play and be there. It's not a right. It's a privilege. So, thank the parents, and we as coaches, thank the parents for their time and commitment as well. Of course, you got the coaches that volunteer. We've got a good group of coaches. Well, every year we do, and we got another good group coming back this year, a couple of new coaches. So obviously, anybody that's taking their time to volunteer, is very much appreciated. The other thing too, we want to thank the local businesses for their sponsorship. We've had 2 tremendous years of donations and sponsorship from local businesses, and without them, a lot of this is impossible. And as an example, with what we were able to accomplish with sponsorships last year, we were able to buy 100 brand new helmets this year and pretty much replace our entire helmet inventory. And last year we were able to pretty much replace our entire shoulder pad inventory. So, so it goes a long way for the safety of the players, the equipment, training devices, what have you. So, so we want to thank them. Of course, we want to thank the school district for the use of their facilities, the hill at the junior high, and allowing us to play on the field. It's a treat for these kids to have the opportunity to be out on the high school field and play games. We may have a little bit of opportunity under the lights this year for one Saturday, so that'll be a neat deal. Also want to thank the cheerleading program. They've been with us year after year, and they have a great program. They're very supportive. They bring a lot to the event and the atmosphere on Saturdays, and they formed a tunnel for the kids after the game, and and worked really close with them the last couple of years. They've taken over the drinks concession stand, and that helps them and it helps us. And of course, the officials. It's a thankless job out there, and it can be a little rough. But at the end of the day, without them, again, we don't have this opportunity. So, want to thank them, and then thank the kids that come out. Coach Heflin has really worked hard on getting a lot of his players to come out and work the chains for us and the yard marker and be part of it. And so, again, want to thank them. So, anyways, just. It takes a community or it takes a village, as they say, and it's just very appreciative of everyone that's involved. So,
and I love the fact you're able to bring along the potential replacements for the state's best chain gang, which you're proud of.
Absolutely, yes. So grooming them
grooming them to see how they can go.
Success, absolutely.
And then that way we can celebrate them on the show here at Lions Club Memorial Field when they're there on the Friday nights.
Absolutely.
Well, really appreciate it. You talk about the sponsors. That's always a big thing, and again having the for the equipment and safety things. Great. The community's always been really involved, and the youth program's always been a good one. I like the direction you're taking, and I think it really ties in well, connecting with Coach Heflin.
Yes.
Again, so it's really a true feeder program, and not just something that as dads we're kind of out there doing because we like it. Yeah.
Right.
Have more of it. Be intentional about how we're aligning. So I love it.
Right.
I think it's a great way to go forward. Just so we know, so this is our third episode of the season. This is season 3 for Inside the Huddle.
Okay.
So year 1, we did 63 episodes. Year 2, we did 101 episodes. Last year, we did 101 episodes.
Impressive.
And we're going to be anxious to see how we go this year. We're going to have a lot more stuff, much like building the program, trying to get the other youth programs in. So if there's people out there that have a program that wants to get on, we can do it, talk about it, and kind of recognize everything that each of those programs kind of bring together. And we will be looking for sponsors for the Inside the Huddle, also looking at potentially streaming some away games as well. So DM me if you have an interest in that. So, Shawn, favorite Bulldog sport?
Football.
All right. By far.
Absolutely.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
So along with that now, let's say you have a choice. Let's say you got a magical, genie and you're doing the, I Dream of Genie, or you're got Aladdin showing up. And you got a choice between two possibilities, two scenarios. First one, you could be the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys for a game and everything leading up to it. So head coach of the Cowboys. Shawn's a big Cowboys fan. Or the Cowboys win a Super Bowl this season. Because let's be honest, how many years has it been? Were you alive?
95. It's 30 years.
Okay, you were alive.
I was.
I didn't know. You're looking really young. So, yeah, it's been a while since the Cowboys have been to the Super Bowl and definitely won one. So there's your choice. Head coach for a day or Cowboys will win the Super Bowl this year.
I take the Super Bowl.
Really?
Every time. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what?
Yeah. It'd be very difficult working with Jerry Jones, and that one day may be more stress than it's worth.
That is true. But it also goes to where the heart of things are for you, man.
Yes.
It is you. It's about the team. It's always about the program more than it is for the individual accolades.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say right now, man, I appreciate everything you've done. We've had these conversations before, man, what you've meant for our family personally. coaching our kids, man, just a lot of great memories over the year. Knowing that we can always count on Shawn to come in and participate in some way to help out and do something. You're doing you do the chain gang here on Friday nights. You're at the gym doing basketball keeping score, scorebook and clock and stuff, and always having you there.
Started with the baseball scoreboard this year too.
Yeah,
so
it's just so much involvement. Really appreciate it. So thanks so much for joining us on this inaugural segment of
absolutely
building the program inside the huddle. Again, it's thousands of lives that you've changed, and if you think about that ripple effect they've had, those young men are now, said our oldest one, he's going to be having a kid.
Yeah, it's just crazy, and it's the biggest thing is, coaching them in youth football, basketball, baseball, softball, and then to see those kids now, it takes a minute to recognize who we're talking to, but, once you do, the memories come back and, just walking through the store and, hey, coach, how you doing? That's what it's about.
It is.
That's what I just enjoyed, just having that impact, that positive impact on these young lives is just a special thing. So,
it is.
And I just appreciate the opportunities I have to do it. So.
Well, community's blessed, Shawn. Thank you very much.
Really appreciate it.
So for Shawn Bancroft, president of Rolla Youth Football, and also which is part of the Optimist Club, I'm Tom Brown, and from inside of the huddle to the heart of the game, we'll see you next time.